11Alive News at 6 p.m. starts now.
Well, good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Angelina Salcido. Today, the search for a missing Atlanta coach and teacher continue on Lake Oconee with a specialized dive team from Wisconsin joining that effort. Gary Jones and Joycelyn Wilson set out on his small John boat on February 8th, celebrating Jones's 50th birthday. Wilson's body was found the next day floating in the water, but Jones's body has yet to be found. 11Alive's Karis Belger spent the day at the lake.
We are a carbon base made up of water, and we're looking for a carbon base made up of water and a carbon base made up of water.
1 month after Gary Jones and his fiancée Joycelyn Wilson disappeared while boating on Lake Oconee, Buck Buchanan joined the volunteer search team this weekend as they scoured the water looking for Jones's body.
It's an all-out effort, and I don't think anybody's not doing something. It's just that it's a lot to do.
And while Wilson's remains were found right away, the search for Jones has stretched on for weeks, with crews now focusing on a 3-mile area.
So then we bring in sonar and we start trying to identify targets. And then once we identify a target, we use either ROVs or divers to identify that target and go down and look at it and go, that's what we're looking for.
As additional resources from Wisconsin-based Bruce's Legacy join the search, the team has successfully searched for hundreds of remains in bodies of water across the globe, often when others have lost hope. And Buchanan says this search is not unlike those he's seen before.
Believe it or not, this may look atypical, but this is a typical large body of water search.
Jones and Wilson were last seen getting onto a small pontoon boat on February 9th. Hours later, the boat was found empty. The lake's murky waters make an already arduous search even more treacherous.
You're out there and you've got your light, and you can see a cone in front of you about this big, and you turn right here and, oh, there's a tree.
In Putnam County, Karis Belger, 11Alive News.
Turning to our weather impact forecasts, we want to take a look at a live shot over Midtown. Some clouds over Midtown closing out a beautiful Saturday. It has been some gorgeous, gorgeous weather. Meteorologist Danielle Moss is here now. We are watching for some rain tomorrow, though, so some changes in our forecast.
Yes, big changes. You're right. Today was absolutely gorgeous. We made it to the low 70s. It was perfect today, but we are tracking some rain. As we take a look at our current satellite and radar, you can see some heavy rainfall off to our west. A severe thunderstorm warning north of Houston. As we take a closer look here at home, it's a little bit dry outside, but we do have some rain trying to sneak in. It's in northwest Georgia. Here is a live look into Decatur. It's a beautiful sunset. Temperatures near 68 degrees, and it feels like 68. Those winds are picking up just a little bit as this front approaches. As you prepare for your Sunday morning, you want to pack an umbrella because we do have some rainfall that we are tracking. In fact, as early as 8 and 9 a.m., that rain will be sneaking in slowly but surely. Our temperatures will be cooler tomorrow because of that rainfall, anywhere from 55 to 59 degrees, depending on where you are. As we time it out for you, some cloud cover will be increasing as we head into the overnight hours tonight. Spotty showers begin around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, so definitely a wet start to your Sunday. By lunchtime, we'll get a little bit of a break, but we won't be done with that rain just yet. We'll have more rain all the way for tomorrow evening and late for your Sunday night as we head into early Monday morning. As of right now, severe weather really not into our conversation. That threat will be staying down to the south of us, but some of us could hear a few rumbles of thunder. That rainfall lingers into your Monday morning. Have more details on what you can expect coming up.
Danielle, thank you. Well, tonight, a family is desperate for answers after 2 mysterious deaths at the Oglethorpe Place apartments in Atlanta's West End. A tragic story there. Family says Marvin Spencer and his girlfriend Henrietta Russell were found dead after his daughter requested a welfare check when she couldn't reach him for his birthday. When the leasing manager realized that the door to the apartment was barricaded, that is when they called police. Now, inside, officers say Russell's son was holding a woman he had just met at a MARTA station at knife point. Hours after negotiations, he was taken into custody. Investigators believe Spencer and Russell were killed about a week ago.
They had to bust out the front window. And yes, my dad is deceased. He's been there. They don't know for whether it's days or whether it's hours, but he's already in the decomposing. He's, you know what I'm saying? It's not good. It's not good.
At last check, Russell's son is still in the hospital, but police say charges will likely be filed once he is released. Well, Fulton County jail detention officer is in the hospital after an assault. The sheriff's office confirmed the officer was taken to the hospital, though details about their condition have not been released yet. Authorities are investigating the incident to understand what happened there. Once we get some details, we'll bring those straight to you. Today in Washington, lawmakers unveiled a spending bill that would stave off a government shutdown before next Friday's deadline. It would keep a government funded through September 30th. Republican leadership aides say it would also increase defense spending while also including cuts to domestic spending programs. House Speaker Mike Johnson hopes to hold on a vote passing the bill on Tuesday. President Donald Trump has been highly supportive of the measure and urged Republicans to vote for it in a post on Truth Social today. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries has strongly opposed the measure. Instead, he has been advocating for a long-term negotiated deal. Well, the Department of Veterans Affairs is letting some employees, including those in Georgia, continue working remotely. This decision includes employees who answer calls for veterans' crisis lines. Now, this approval follows an executive order from former President Trump requiring federal workers to return to the office. Last week, some crisis line employees returned to work but expressed discomfort due to a lack of privacy for handling calls. These employees have been working remotely since the COVID-19 pandemic led to the close of 3 national hubs in Georgia, Kansas, and New York. Meanwhile, recent reports indicate that the VA plans to lay off over 70,000 employees. Today, a crowd joined thousands around the country for a rally on International Women's Day. It gathered in Midtown Atlanta at 10th and Piedmont, where a group held signs and chanted. Across the country, similar gatherings took place for a National Day of Action. People at the rally say they want a more inclusive future. Well, funeral details for R&B singer Angie Stone have been announced. According to officials, Stone tragically died last Saturday when a van was hit by a truck and flipped over. She was headed back to Atlanta after a concert. The singer's family has planned 2 celebrations of life. The first will be at Word of Faith Cathedral in Austell on March 14th at 11 a.m. The second will take place on March 15th in Columbia, South Carolina. The Grammy Award nominated singer was initially a member of the all-female hip-hop trio The Sequence. Stone later made neo-soul classics like Wish I Didn't Miss You and No More Rain in This Cloud. An unusually high number of cases of thyroid cancer across Northeast Georgia, drawing concern from the community and lawmakers. What we're learning tonight from an 11Alive investigation. And we are excited about a new show on 11Alive, plus The Take with Chesley McNeil. Watch live at 9 a.m. only on 11Alive Plus each morning. Chesley's breaking down what's top of mind for Metro Atlanta and getting local experts to offer their take on what it means for all of you. All you have to do is download on your TV and you can watch for free.
Iran from Israel. From Tampa, Hurricane Milton is here.
Where we're standing right now is covered in water.
Part of our continued reporting will increase.
Thanks for talking to me. Appreciate you.
Lead could be in your kid's school right now.
It's a potent neurotoxin for children.
But 11Alive News uncovered most schools aren't testing for it, even though it's free.
Why are we having to convince facilities to protect kids?
We expose why most Georgia schools may be declining testing to avoid the results. 11Alive News is holding schools accountable because your kid's safety shouldn't be optional. For solutions that protect your family, watch 11Alive News. Stream this story free on 11Alive Plus.
Good morning and welcome to Today. Nice to have you along with us.
Every day.
Star power is in the air.
Come on now.
Thank you for letting us impose.
Everything and everyone you're talking about. Only on Today.
I would never want any other family to have to go through what we've gone through.
This Georgia family lost their daughter after a crash into what they say was a faulty guardrail. 3 years later, our investigations led to a statewide inspection.
What did you guys find?
Roughly about 1,400 that had installation issues.
GDOT also made changes to keep deficient guardrails off the road.
It was certainly based on conversations that we had with your team at 11.
For solutions that protect your safety, watch 11Alive News. Stream this story free on the 11Alive Plus.
We know how much weather impacts your life, and some days are worse than others. 11Alive weather impact alerts get you ready for all of it.
Very heavy rain out there right now.
When weather threatens to mess up your plans or even threatens your safety, 11Alive News will immediately issue a weather impact alert, warning you about what's coming, the impact, and how you need to prepare.
It is very cold. Put your coat on this morning.
Weather impacts all of us. Stay ahead of Metro Atlanta's changing conditions with the 11Alive Weather Impact Team on 11Alive News and 11Alive Plus.
11Alive Plus, streaming live local news free when you want it. Watch extended coverage of breaking news and weather live as it happens, with constant alerts and updates when the big story impacts your safety. Download the 11Alive Plus app now, available on Roku, Fire, and Apple TV.
From inside Iran, from Israel, from Tampa, Hurricane Milton is here.
Where we're standing right now is covered in water. Part of our continued reporting.
Little increase.
Thanks for talking to me. Appreciate you.
Atlanta-based CDC is expanding its measles guidance before spring and summer travel ramps up with recent outbreaks. Right now, there are 208 confirmed cases of measles in Texas and New Mexico. So far, adults and a child have died. Officials urge you to check your MMR vaccine status. And the CDC says vaccinations are crucial for preventing measles because it spreads easily. Now, so far, there have been confirmed measles cases in 12 states, including Georgia. If you travel to an area with an ongoing outbreak or international travel, watch out for symptoms for 3 weeks. And if you or your child gets sick with a rash and a high fever, make sure you call your healthcare provider. Well, tonight, state leaders say they are taking action after an 11Alive News investigation first revealed a cancer mystery in Northeast Georgia. In 6 neighboring counties, thyroid cancer rates are far exceeding state and national averages. Investigative reporter Savannah Levins is now pressing health officials and legislators for answers.
These neighboring 6 counties have had the highest rates of thyroid cancer for nearly 2 decades. A lot of these families, they're looking for answers.
Through the mountains, winding roads, and close-knit neighborhoods of Northeast Georgia, word spread.
I need to know what's causing this. What do I need to protect my kids against?
Jessica Neal lives in Hall County, one of 6 counties with unusually high thyroid cancer rates over the last 15 years, double the state average or more.
So I kind of took a second to process it.
She's one of 56 thyroid cancer patients from those counties who reached out to 11Alive News Investigates following our initial report.
It's too many. Way too many.
Sabrina Gooch is another.
What's going on in just this area?
We mapped those patients' homes and locations they frequently visited and found some commonalities.
The clusters along the same roads.
Gooch was diagnosed with an aggressive thyroid cancer variant called hobnail.
They just said, well, it has to be environmental. I started thinking, what have I eaten? What am I breathing? What have I done to myself? Through people like you, maybe somebody can find a reason that we're getting it.
We don't want to turn a blind eye to it or pretend like it's not happening. I want to know the cause.
Lee Hawkins is the state representative for a large portion of this area and is the chairman of the health committee.
You brought to me the information. We will study this and we will find if there is an environmental solution or a cause.
But the Department of Natural Resources tells 11Alive the agency, along with DPH, decided not to do a study because there's no known source in Northeast Georgia of radiation, which they say is the only known environmental cause of thyroid cancer.
They have a duty to help with an investigation.
But legislators from the area say they're not giving up.
This is new and news to a lot of us.
Senators Bo Hatchett and Steve Gooch, Representatives Lee Hawkins, Matt Dubnick, Emery Donahue, and Will Wade, all expressing concern over the data, now joining forces to advocate for and potentially fund research.
Whether it's private business, again, public or private universities who may help from a research standpoint.
These are people that deserve some kind of answer.
All as the dots on our map continue to grow, each representing a story like Jessica's.
You still get scared because you have kids, you know, you don't know what's going to happen, and that's the scary part of it.
A life changed forever like Sabrina's.
I hate that other people have it, but it's a community of people now that can at least collaborate. There is hope. you know.
Savannah Levins, 11 Alive News investigates.
Now, several doctors and public health experts reviewed this thyroid cancer data, and everyone said it warrants an investigation despite DPH and DNR's decision not to do one. To see our original deep dive into this issue, go to the news tab of the 11Alive Plus app and look for our thyroid story in the 11Alive News Investigates section. The app is free to download on your TV.
Well, today was the picture perfect day. We had plenty of warm temperatures into the 70s today. Then we started seeing that cloud cover increasing over the last few hours. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. There's some rainfall coming in from the west. You can see in northwest Georgia there getting a little bit of rain. Current temperature is still very warm. It's 68 degrees currently here in Atlanta, 51 in Clayton in the North Georgia mountains, and 72 down in Thomaston. So temperatures still on the warmer side this evening. Here's a live look into Truist Park this evening. It's quiet now, but the next few weeks the Braves will be playing there. 66 degrees at 7 p.m. Some rain showers are definitely possible over the next few hours. Our temperatures will be falling into the 50s overnight. Don't forget, we're going to lose an hour. Daylight savings times begins tomorrow. Our sunsets are going to look a little bit different. Here's a look at our high temperatures for Sunday. 58 degrees in Atlanta. You can see that is a completely different weather story from what we saw today. Today we're in the 70s, so almost a 20-degree temperature change for us. We are also tracking multiple rain chances as we head into this week. We'll have some spotty showers for your Sunday, a wet start for your Monday, and then more rainfall coming into the area for the second half of the week. So let's time it all out for you. Rain showers getting heavy to start your Sunday morning. We get a little bit of a break by lunchtime, but then by the time we get to dinner, that rainfall will be back into our forecast area and lingering into your Monday morning. Anticipate a wet start to Monday. As of right now, severe weather staying down to the south of us, but some of us could hear a few rumbles of thunder. As of right now, it looks like Monday's rainfall actually lingering for some time. Will be dry by the time you get to your Monday evening commute. Over the next 3 days, our temperatures will be climbing. After we get through that rain on Monday, we back into the 70s for your Tuesday, but not quite done with that rainfall just yet. In fact, over the next few days, we'll start to see those rain chances increase as we get closer and closer to the weekend. In fact, here's a look at our futurecast track as it goes into the rest of this weekend. It looks like Thursday, a chance for some spotty showers, then get a little bit of a break for Friday for a larger system arrives for your Saturday, something we'll have to keep our eye on. As far as rainfall chances for the next 5 days, it looks like we could be seeing anywhere from maybe an inch to an inch and a half. Just depends on where we fall in that category. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. 72 degrees for your Tuesday, 74 for your Wednesday. Temperatures on a roller coaster this week. Multiple chances for rain. Hey, we were busy this week visiting schools. Harper Archer Elementary invited me to their career day. We had a blast there, and I also went to Academy of Scholars in DeKalb County. That was a fun time. We had plenty of fun with all of the students there. What a great time to be had throughout Atlanta.
How am I supposed to follow that up, huh? That's great. Yeah, the Dogs and the Yellow Jackets wrapped up the regular seasons today on the hardwood. We're going to find out how they fared right after the break.
Come on now.
Thank you for letting us impose.
Everything and everyone you're talking about. Only on Today.
I would never want any other family to have to go through what we've gone through.
This Georgia family lost their daughter after a crash into what they say was a faulty guardrail. 3 years later, our investigations led to a statewide inspection.
What did you guys find?
Roughly about 1,400 that had installation issues.
GDOT also made changes to keep deficient guardrails off the road.
It was certainly based on conversations that we had with your team at 11.
For solutions that protect your safety, watch 11Alive News. Stream this story free on the 11Alive Plus.
We know how much weather impacts your life, but some days are worse than others. 11Alive weather impact alerts get you ready for all of it.
Very heavy rain out there right now.
When weather threatens to mess up your plans or even threatens your safety, 11Alive News will immediately issue a weather impact alert, warning you about what's coming, the impact, and how you need to prepare.
It is very cold. Put your coat on this morning.
Weather impacts all of us. Stay ahead of Metro Atlanta's changing conditions with the 11Alive Weather Impact Team on 11Alive News and 11Alive Plus.
11Alive Plus, streaming live local news free when you want it. Watch extended coverage of breaking news and weather live as it happens, with constant alerts and updates when the big story impacts your safety. Download the 11Alive Plus app now, available on Roku, Fire, and Apple TV.
From inside Iran, from Israel, from Tampa, Hurricane Milton is here.
Where we're standing right now is covered in water. Part of our continued reporting. A little increase. Thanks for talking to me. Appreciate you.
Lead could be in your kid's school right now.
It's a potent neurotoxin for children.
But 11Alive News uncovered most schools aren't testing for it, even though it's free.
Why are we having to convince facilities to protect kids?
We expose why most Georgia schools may be declining testing to avoid the results. 11Alive News is holding schools accountable.
Well, what's up, folks? Marcus Greaves in with your sports. The Georgia Bulldogs men's basketball team had their final game of the regular season today against Vanderbilt. The Dogs came into this one with a 3-game win streak and looking to end the regular season on a high note. You know what that means. We got to go ahead and roll the tape. Stegman was absolutely rocking for this matchup with Vandy. Both teams still trying to make their cases for the NCAA tournament. Early on, Dogs trailed by 2. After a few misses from Georgia, Dylan James is there to clean it up, and he slams it home. That got the crowd up on their feet. Second half now. Dogs up by 5 until Somto Surreal flushes home the jam and gets the foul to extend the Dogs' lead, but he wants to make another big play late in the game. He's going to dive on the loose ball, then find Silas DeMary Jr., who gets the basket to give the Dogs their 12-point lead, which was the largest of the night. Georgia goes on to win 79-68. That's their 20th win of the season. Georgia Tech was also in action, taking on Wake Forest. A tough outing for the Jackets in this one. Wake Forest jumped out to an early double-digit lead. Part of that was due to Tech having 11 turnovers in the first. The Jackets had just 15 points at the half. This second half wasn't much better than the first. Bayandongo would lead Georgia Tech with 13 points as they would take a tough loss to the Chin in their final game of the regular season. 69-43 the final. All right, let's get out to spring training. The Braves were taking on the Pirates. Marcell Ozuna gets the fireworks started for Atlanta. He launches one to deep center field. It looked like it had enough to juice to get up over the wall. Instead, bounces off that wall, and that would be a double for him. 2 runs would score, and the Braves were up 2-0. All right, the bottom of the ninth was a fun one for the Braves offense. They scored 4 runs, including the walk-off single from Matthew Batten, and they say good night. Atlanta goes on to win 6-5. All right, now to the third round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Colin Morikawa moved up 2 spots from round 2 into that first place spot after shooting a 5-under round of 67 today, including carting a birdie on the 18th to finish off that round strong and hold on to that leader spot heading into the final round tomorrow. And the Five Stripes are just a little over an hour away from taking on the New York Red Bull inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. United is looking to bounce back after a tough outing against Charlotte last week where they fell 2-0. New York is coming off their first win of the season, so you know they're going to be confident, but one thing working in United's favor is New York hasn't beaten the Five Stripes at Mercedes-Benz Stadium since the 2022 season. Of course, we'll have those full highlights for you tonight at 11, but folks, that's your look at sports. We will be right back.
Crash into what they say was a faulty guardrail. 3 years later, our investigations led to a statewide inspection.
What did you guys find? Roughly about 1,400 that had installation issues.
GDOT also made changes to keep deficient guardrails off the road.
It was certainly based on conversations that we had with your team at 11.
For solutions that protect your safety, watch 11Alive News. Stream this story free on the 11Alive Plus.
We know how much weather impacts your life, but some days are worse than others. 11Alive Weather Impact Alerts get you ready for all of it.
Very heavy rain out there right now.
When weather threatens to mess up your plans or even threatens your safety, 11Alive News will immediately issue a weather impact alert, warning you about what's coming, the impact, and how you need to prepare.
It is very cold. Put your coat on this morning.
Weather impacts all of us. Stay ahead of Metro Atlanta's changing conditions with the 11Alive Weather Impact Team on 11Alive News and 11Alive Plus.
11Alive Plus, streaming live local news free when you want it. Watch extended coverage of breaking news and weather live as it happens, with constant alerts and updates when the big story impacts your safety. Download the 11Alive Plus app now, available on Roku, Fire, and Apple TV.
From inside Iran, from Israel, from Tampa, Hurricane Milton is here.
Where we're standing right now is covered in water. Part of our continued reporting. A little increase. Thanks for talking to me. Appreciate you.
Lead could be in your kid's school right now.
It's a potent neurotoxin for children.
But 11Alive News uncovered most schools aren't testing for it, even though it's free.
Why are we having to convince facilities to protect kids?
We expose why most Georgia schools may be declining testing to avoid the results. 11Alive News is holding schools accountable because your kid's safety shouldn't be optional. For solutions that protect your family, watch 11Alive News. Stream this story free on 11Alive Plus.
Good morning and welcome to Today. Nice to have you along with us.
Every day.
Star power is in the air.
Come on now.
Thank you for letting us impose.
Everything and everyone you're talking about. Only on Today.
I would never want any other family to have to go through what we've gone through.
This Georgia family lost their daughter after a crash into what they say was a faulty guardrail. 3 years later, our investigations led to a statewide inspection.
What did you guys find? Roughly about 1,400 that had installation issues.
GDOT also made changes to keep deficient guardrails off the road.
It was certainly based on conversations that we had with your team at 11.
The 2025 Atlanta Science Festival is officially in full swing. Its kickoff event just wrapped up at Georgia Tech. Families enjoyed a day packed with hands-on STEAM activities, exploring robotics, biology, space, art, and much more. The day was filled with demonstrations and a chance to meet student researchers.
This city is a science city. Atlanta loves STEM. They want to be here because they want their kids exposed to science. They want to see what's happening, the innovations at the university in their hometown. It's just a remarkable place.
It is a remarkable place. This was just the start of a 2-week science celebration throughout Metro Atlanta. Well, we want to thank you guys so much for watching us right here at 6 o'clock. Up next, get the top stories on NBC Nightly News. And if you are watching us on 11Alive Plus, stand by for In the News. You can download 11Alive Plus on your TV and watch us for free. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you back here at 11 o'clock.